for all you do for us every single day. I know it's day in and day out, but we couldn't do it without you. You guys are incredible, and you're the reason we are where we are. So we're going to do a video from Stephen Kirk talking about where Melbourne is and thanking you. So thank you very much for what you do.
Okay. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Kirk, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Hey, going through a couple of numbers for year-end results, and I wanted to kind of share with you a little bit about what's going on in Melbourne and how the Melbourne team did this year.
Sure, Kirk, go ahead.
So, when you start to look at some of the matrix and some of the numbers that team put together for us, it's outstanding. They were up 122% year on year on their actual revenue plan, which, you think about what happened with COVID and, all the barriers we have. That team really came together, worked well with the sales team, and exceeded plan by, again, over 122%. And I got to say, when you think of 122%, the next number is going to blow you away, man. 357% increase in profit.
Wow.
It's just an unbelievable job that team did. I'm just so proud of them.
It was a tough year with COVID, Kirk, and it was really great to see how the Melbourne team pulled together. I kind of think back 8 years ago when I went to the Cocoa branch on 520 and dodged the warlords hanging out, across the street, and making sure I didn't get wet from the hole in the roof as I walked through the office. And who would have thought the sleepy little Cocoa branch would now be a $13 million branch making $1 million a year?
Yeah, it's hard to think about. I remember those days too. That was our own personal security at night for the buildings. So, it was great. But when you look at their engagement scores too, one of the best, if not the best in the division. They came out with an 88.8% engagement survey score. Their retention rates at 98%. And then, you look at back to the growth piece. They probably got one of the most premier accounts in the division with Blue Origin and what that's going to do for us.
Yeah, their growth has been phenomenal. They're now, at 13 or 14 million. Pre-COVID it was less than 12. So in spite of COVID, they figured out a way to grow. So certainly they're fans of new business and have a great relationship with our sales team. Glenn is certainly finding her a big part of our success as well. And then we don't lose any business in Melbourne. So, when you book a lot of new business and you don't lose much existing business, your growth really accelerates. And, I just went to the Bucks game yesterday, and you always, a couple New England fans still behind me, and, we got in that argument, is it great coaches or is it great players that make a great organization? And, certainly you've got great leadership with Mark and Sean and Big Game Wes and Mr. Biggs, but coaches don't play. If you don't have the Greyhounds and you don't have every associate engaged and involved and have a powerhouse team, it doesn't really matter what your coaching strategies are, you'll never be able to execute them. So I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to every single person in our Melbourne operation. Everybody is certainly critical to our success. And you guys have really, really knocked it out of the park in some really trying times.
Yeah, I would ditto that comment. The team has come together, performed well. Again, their retention's 99% retention. And they're knocking or checking the boxes on all initiatives, and they're doing it together. They're doing it the right way. Steve, you and I talk about those three aspects of what this division stands for. When you talk about, growth. You talk about client retention, but even more so our people and what that team, what the Melbourne team has done, in that area. All the numbers and statistics that we sit here and talk about, indicate how they all come together. So I'll ditto the comment. Congratulations, great job, thank you really from the bottom of our heart, and what you've done to contribute to the success of this Southeast Division, but I appreciate it.
Go have a good time celebrating a great year. Don't celebrate too hard, and make sure you follow all the safety protocols, but you've certainly earned it. Thank you very much.
Take care, everybody.